Bitcoin is creating a massive bearish divergence, but I believe you shouldn't get trapped right now because while this is happening, we're creating billions of dollars in Bitcoin liquidations above us, and I believe that these liquidations are going to get grabbed eventually, and that will cause a massive reversal in the price action of Bitcoin. So I will be talking about the Bitcoin bull flag pattern, the most important resistance that is currently providing massive resistance for Bitcoin, and many more important charts that are telling something about the macro perspective, and many more important updates. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, because first of all, I was scrolling through X this morning and I saw a lot of people talk about this bearish divergence on Bitcoin, and that they were significantly worrying that of course potentially Bitcoin is right now topping out and that we are heading lower. And I mean, first I quickly want to be pointing something out, and that is that in the case that Bitcoin indeed breaks lower, I need to see a confirmation of the break below the upward sloping support line. If we break below the upward sloping support line, I think that there is a potential scenario that Bitcoin still is going to come towards this orange box. And like you know, if you've been following the channel, if Bitcoin were to be dropping, the only thing I will be doing is not selling my Bitcoin, or no, the only thing I will be doing is open up my big Bitcoin long position. So if Bitcoin were to come down, it would be a gift. But like I said many times before, I think that actually after we confirm the break of the downtrend, that most likely a reversal back higher is going to be imminent for Bitcoin. And looking at the liquidation heat map, seeing that there's currently more than $1 billion in Bitcoin short liquidations, laying somewhere around $72,000, it is going to be all too likely for me that Bitcoin indeed is going to be moving upwards. So that is very important to be paying attention towards. And here on the imminent short term, yesterday we broke outside of the Bitcoin bull flag pattern. Everything we've seen so far is basically just another rejection from of this very important resistance level. This level I'm talking about is the 71.4k, and previously around provided massive support for Bitcoin, then exactly got us rejected right here, and boom, already once again. So more than 4 rejections in a row. But like we know, the more times you're going to retest a certain level of resistance, the more likely it is that we're actually going to be breaking above it. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we're also creating, of course, a higher high on the chart, lower high on the RSI. So we are indeed creating a bearish divergence, but I do believe since this trend is significantly reversed right now, that we could see a slight little cool down and then potentially bounce back towards the upside and break above this most important resistance. Because right now we're seeing some very important fundamental shifts in the market. Because we've seen, for example, yesterday the lowest GBTC outflow since March 12th, and also yesterday the spot Bitcoin ETF saw an inflow of about $182 million worth of Bitcoin, which is of course quite insane. So if you feel like trading Bitcoin right now on the next retracement, or if you feel like trading Bitcoin right now on this minor retracement that we're seeing, make sure to check out Margex, because Margex allows you to trade up towards 100x leverage on multiple pairs, not only Bitcoin but also many other altcoins. And if you right now sign up an account using the link below, you will get a free $50. And also, if you deposit $100, you will get an even additional $50 deposit bonus. And also make sure to use the code CryptoRover to get an additional 20% bonus on deposits, and it can cover up to 50% of trading fees. So make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video. Going further in towards the content, I mean, right now we're just 2 days and 17 hours out before Bitcoin indeed is going to be closing its weekly candle. It's going to be Easter weekend, so I'm expecting not a lot of volume and volatility is going to be happening on the markets. But of course, Bitcoin is about to be confirming its highest weekly candle close ever. And this could be, of course, quite significant, because yes, if we're closing the weekly time frame candle above the red line, it basically means that we're closing the highest ever weekly candle seen in history. And of course, that's also above the previous wick that we created on Bitcoin. And of course, if we're going to be looking about what Bitcoin did in 2020, it basically consolidated below that level for quite a while, and once it broke above that level, we saw a significant follow-through towards the upside, and Bitcoin absolutely exploded towards the upside. And what is very similar in these both scenarios is that we actually have seen a 17% correction in both of these scenarios while Bitcoin was trying to be breaking above its all-time high. So what we're currently seeing, which I believe is happening, is just sideways consolidation before we're going to be absolutely blasting off. We saw it in 2020, we saw it in 2016, and we're currently seeing it in 2024. And I believe that we are indeed going to be going exponential, and it will be just a matter of days before the big real exponential rally for Bitcoin starts, and especially with the Bitcoin halving only 21 days out here, I'm expecting the most gains are still yet to get realized, because if we're looking at the data, and this is just very important to understand, the most amount of gains always get realized after the Bitcoin halving, and you can see these vertical lines on the chart. Every single time Bitcoin goes exponential after the vertical line and not before, but this time around we have seen an average slight rally before that, but I expect, of course, that after the vertical line, so after the halving, Bitcoin goes the most exponential. So don't get fooled right now here. The most gains are still yet to come here. And of course, if we're looking at how to approach Bitcoin right now, I do believe that we should be approaching Bitcoin as it is, of course, growing more exponentially. We will also most likely are going to be seeing less significant retracements. So this is how we should be approaching Bitcoin. I mean, I was expecting we were going to get a 20% correction, but maybe we're going to be bottoming out at 17.5, but just like I said earlier in the video, if Bitcoin still were to be coming down and still were to be coming towards my entries, my orders are still set up, and I'm still going to be opening up that $1 million Bitcoin long position. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date about it. But this was it for me in today's update video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.